Minister for Persons with Disabilities, Jeremiah Norbert, is on a mission to set the record straight after coming under fire from the opposition United Workers' Party (UWP). The controversy erupted following the death of a man involved in a vehicular accident, with Norbert facing criticism over his response, or perceived lack thereof, toward the victim. Norbert, who lost his leg nearly 4 years ago in a tragic motorcycle accident, has now found himself at the center of political scrutiny. Opposition leader Alain Chastanet claimed that the UWP had extended financial assistance to Norbert during his time of need, offering $10,000 toward his medical expenses at the request of then opposition leader Philippe J. Pierre. However, Norbert has pushed back, challenging these claims.
I have with me a receipt from Tapio to the tune of in excess of $70,000, and that expense was covered by my insurance, my personal insurance, Nagico insurance, and I made my co-payment. The ambulance that transported me from Tapio to VG, I have with me a receipt where Jeremiah Norbert would have paid for that ambulance. The air ambulance that took me from St. Lucia to Martinique, the fee was, I think, €5,400, or equivalent about a little over 17,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars. My insurance again settled that bill along with my co-payment. In Martinique, my bill was in excess of €23,000, just a little over 92,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars. That bill as well was settled in part by my insurance, and to date, I can tell you that I, Jeremiah Norbert, is still paying part of that bill. So now you understand what happened from, and in the bill, my bill at that in Martinique, nowhere on the bill did I see minus 10,000 or minus any amount because somebody else made a payment. No.
Norbert furnished members of the media with several receipts of his medical expenses and insurance documents to corroborate his statements regarding payment. He also stated that he acquired his prosthetic leg through his own personal payments, noting that the only government intervention fell under protocols associated with COVID-19 and travel restrictions.
And the government of St. Lucia at the time would have to do anything that would have, what they did was what they would have to do for any ordinary citizen of St. Lucia, which is who, during a period where there was COVID, so ensure that the protocols were met so that I could have left St. Lucia to go to Martinique. These are the facts that I have in this matter. And as I said, I really don't want to have to address this matter again because it's a personal matter for me and my family.
The Migu North MP did not confirm whether any commitment was ever made, but instead shifted the focus to whether any action followed the alleged pledge. He noted that, in his case, no such assistance ever materialized, challenging the opposition's claims and questioning the sincerity behind the statement.
And I would say, I don't know if a commitment to pay means that you pay. So, because I can promise everybody in this room here, I am going to give you something, that doesn't necessarily mean that I gave you anything. So, we have to be very, very mindful with what any of us can commit to anything. As to what do we do after we make the commitments, whether we fulfill these commitments, that is us. But from my own recollection, I would have given you the sequence of events that happened from point A to point B and to my return to St. Lucia, and the expenses that I have incurred over the time, and how these expenses were settled.
Minister for Crime Prevention and Persons with Disabilities called for an end to the politicization of critical issues such as healthcare and crime. He also condemned the personal attacks on politicians, urging a more constructive and responsible approach to national discourse. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.